Hello and welcome, my women of childbearing age and others. It's SGB here, and you guys really liked my Monkey Ace Chimps video, so I decided, you know what, let's do something similar. And I was looking at all these different towers that we could have gone through, and it just kind of doesn't make sense for a lot of them, because they either don't have good camo detection, or they just don't have the right necessities to get everything done, and you can't just really solo with them. But there was one tower that I thought was really interesting that not a lot of people use, at least as a solo tower. And I was thinking, could this guy go through Chimps all by himself, all the way through, and take this guy down? And this guy in this scenario is Chimps on Monkey Lane. Oh, well, let's give it a shot. So I'll say ninjas are surprisingly powerful right from the get-go. Their main big upgrade is, believe it or not, the Ninja Discipline, which gives them both attack range and attack speed. And if you put them in a weird spot like this, it might not make sense on round 6, but by the time you get to round 8, you can see through here. As they wrap around, you can still see through there, and then you still got 3 or even 4 times that you can see the balloons here on Monkey Lane. So Ninja is a very, very, very powerful tower if you put him in the right spot. Now keep in mind that we put him down somewhere where we're going to shoot down a lot of straight lines and hit a lot of extra balloons here without even needing the Seeking Shurikens yet. So we could get the Seeking Shurikens, but I think we're better off getting something like Sharp Shurikens and maybe even Double Shot before we decide to go for Seeking Shurikens, or even, if we want to go crazy, get something like Distraction Action. We'll think about that for a little bit later on. So usually 13, 14, and 15 are kind of problematic rounds when trying to do solo videos like this because they get kind of tricky if you can't get the right upgrades in time. Unbelievably though, we can already afford a Double Shot. A cheap starting tower is an effective starting tower. When you get all these little upgrades here, very, very efficiently here, it means life is good. So we can go all the way up to Double Shot here and even beat round 15, no problem, guys. But even though it's kind of stupid at this point, I think it's just almost idiotic to go Distraction at this point. We're going to go for the Seeking Shuriken. We don't want to send him back or anything like that. We just want to get our pops in, get them done, and take these puppies down. And clearly, the Ninja is the answer to all of those issues. So, in my last video, I decided that I needed to go for a hero because a Monkey Ace is too expensive to start as a starting tower. But a Ninja is not too expensive to start as a starting tower. And that means we could just go right into this guy, and we could go hero-less on Chimps and go for an official Ninja-only Chimps run. The only problem is without a hero, you could run into some really major issues later on, and we're going to have to start preparing and planning ahead on what we're going to do with these towers to get the most efficient popping power out of them that we can. The luck of the draw here, or the luck of the Ninja, is that we actually have a couple things that you guys might not realize are ridiculously powerful if they use them together and if you position them properly. But that's more of a late game style thing. Right now, we just want to focus on, oh crap, we need lead popping power. We've got $3,000. The problem is are we going to get enough money here to make sure we get this lead popping power? So the only lead popping power right now that we can get is a flash bomb. 3,000 bucks for this guy plus the previous upgrades. It's going to be close, but I think we got it. 2970. Come on, come on, come on. Please tell me we've got enough money here for these lead balloons. We don't. Why did I buy Seeking Shuriken? Why did I buy Seeking Shuriken? I hate my life right now. I hate my life right now. I hate my life right now. So hate is maybe a bit of a strong word here. I disliked my life at that exact moment, but we got through it. We're back in action here, and this time around, we're going to be able to afford a flash bomb because we didn't get the Seeking Shurikens. Woo! In addition, I decided to reposition him to this area over here because we want to make sure we're popping them lead balloons as soon as we possibly can, obviously. And I want to make sure I'm closer to the Moab class balloons for when I get a sticky bomb, if I decide to get a sticky bomb. In addition to all of that, we're going to get him on strong here, and then a lot of people don't know this, but you also increase the bomb speed if you get a Ninja Discipline as well, so it is definitely worth it to get a Ninja Discipline on any flash bomb character ever. Almost never go middle path here. It's just a basically useless cross path, if you ask me. If you ask me. Anyways, things are going pretty smooth at this point, but you're starting to realize here that we do need the Seeking Shuriken, and we got to get at least a Bloon Jitsu here to defeat the Moab, or we could go Sticky Bomb, but I think long term, well, shortish term, we're better off the Bloon Jitsu because he's got way more just regular balloon popping power, so we've got to focus on that action there, guys. The beauty of the ninjas, again, we have some pretty cheap towers here. We don't have to save about $50,000 or anything like that, at least not right now. We can get a lot of cheap 4th tier towers that are just effective. Exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. So we got a double Caltrops situation going on for us right now. That should be a lot of popping power in addition to this ninja combo. The only thing is because this ninja is sort of near the front of the map, he will probably not get that much stunnage out of here unless we pop them up very quickly. You might get one stun out of this guy. I'm guessing we're going to pop them up somewhere in this general area here, and he might get one stun out of it before it's going to start to sneak through. We have to rely almost entirely on our Bloons Jitsu ninja here. Unless we can afford a sticky bomb. I would love to afford a sticky bomb. Can I afford a sticky bomb? Oh my god, we can afford a sticky bomb. Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise. And that makes this Moab easy peasy, man. Boop. It pops right away. We get a stun, 2 stuns, 3 stuns, and more than enough popping power goes our way. So here's one of the most interesting things about ninjas in general. They need support to be useful. That support usually comes from mostly this tower right here, the Alchemist. The stronger stem here is going to make the ninja one of the most powerful towers in the game if you add them together. Usually Alchemist can power up about 2 ninjas or so pretty reasonably well, and you can like quadruple their popping power. It's that insane. Oh my goodness, look at this. Woo! We already got to pop down an extra ninja here. We're going to go for another top path with, this time around, I'm going to go for a distraction ninja. All right, this is going to be a non-seeking shuriken ninja, but I don't really need the counter-espionage here. I think I'm going to skip that for now. Maybe eventually I'll go back and get it just because I'm weird and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to get a random Bloons Jitsu with distraction here. And this might be seemingly a little bit useless, but the main thing is we're keeping the balloons on the screen for a little longer, which is allowing my other towers to do more damage. So if you add in some stuns, some distraction, it just allows your towers a lot of time to pop these balloons. And that can be exactly what you need to kind of continue on something like Chimps. Chimps is a difficult game mode, man. So before we get too deep in here, I know we're almost halfway through the entirety of the rounds here. I should mention that I did play on Monkey Lane. Monkey Lane is one of those maps that is not the easiest map in the game. It's not the hardest map in the game. It's kind of somewhere in the middle of the beginner maps in the game here. And I felt like it was a fair map to try this out on. I don't really like playing it on something like Logs. It just almost feels not even necessarily too easy. It feels lame. You know, it's like, oh, we're going to do this on the longest map in the game, so that means we're good. No, it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel lame. Even if it's not lame, it just makes me feel lame. So anyways, here is our big issue. We need to start saving up for some beefy boy towers up in here. A Master Bomber's 43,000, a Grandmaster Ninja's 37,000, and right now we just do not have the ability to save up that much money here, guys. I don't have enough defense, clearly, to barely defend around 49, but once we get into big Moab class balloons with ceramic combos and all that stuff, we are not going to be able to defend this. We still need to spam more ninjas. But this is where it's going to get interesting. I think we're going to change our strategy almost entirely here. Uh-oh. We're going to hope that these flash bomb action did not cause any chaos for us. It's going to come into a little bit of issues in here. But we do take down them regens. I'm going to leave this guy on first for now instead of strong for at least a little while. I'll see what I want to do, but at least a little while. Anyways, we're going to change up our strategy completely. We've been just going brute force or a little bit of distraction action, a little bit of support from those guys, but I'm going to change to an entirely support ninja aspect for a little while. So we're going to spam a bunch of ninjas. All right, so let's get the hotkey out here. This is D for double my power. And we're going to just spam, like, I don't know, 15 ninjas or something like that, like all over the place, as much as we possibly can in hopefully, ideally, the most circular of locations, because really, we want like 1 or 2 ninjas kind of somewhere in the middle to be our strongest ninjas in the game. And I'll show you guys why in just a second here, because there is a support ninja that works really, really well, but it only matters if you are in range of other ninjas. And or specific ninjas that you have to be in range of. So we go. We're going to go for as many ninjas as we can. Again, hopefully, ideally, centrally located as possible. It doesn't necessarily need to be 20, but 20 is the most that we could have here. If I got 15 or something like that, I'd feel pretty comfortable with that. So there we go. I believe that is probably about as many ninjas as I'm going to be able to get in here. Maybe like 2 or 3 over here. And I don't know how many ninjas that is, but let's count it up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh my god, we got more than 20. Okay, well, that's good. Kind of, I think. And I believe that this is probably going to be my 2 most centrally located ninjas here. So these are going to be my powerhouse ninjas. This is what we got to do. So we're going to upgrade both of these guys up to 2 individual ninja paths. We're going to get one of them up to a Bloons Jitsu. with Taking Shuriken and with Caltrops, and we're going to get the other one up to also a Master Bomber here, or at least right now a Sticky Bomb. And then all of the other ninjas here, which seemingly are almost useless at this point, are all going to be middle path, third tier ninjas. So let's get this guy going first, and then I'll show you guys what those do and why they're important. So around 60s rolling around here, and that's not a big deal, but obviously right now our biggest weakness is total balloon popping power. So around 63 here is going to be a major issue. We've got to start getting our popping power flowing up in here, and again, the best way to do that is with our support monkeys. So we've got a distraction, we've got a counter espionage, which is completely useless in this situation. We do not care about the decamization aspect, but then we care about the shinobi tactics. Increased attack speed and pierce of nearby ninjas stacks up to 20 times. So when we get the shinobi tactics, not only are we buffing our strong ninjas, we're also going to be buffing our other ninjas, which can also be shinobi tactified. So for now, I'm going to spam shinobi tactics, but eventually we're going to go back and get ninja discipline on all these guys as well. You can see it is very expensive. If you get a couple of them, it really does add up quickly, but it's going to power up almost all of our ninjas as much as we possibly can. The most important ninjas that we want to power up are these... Oh, crap. Look at that. We're going to get this ninja split, I guess. Are the kind of 4 ninjas in the center here. For now, at least. Because those are the most powerful ninjas we have. So we want to make sure they are buffed the most. So any of our shinobi ninjas here, we want to make sure that they are buffing at least 3 of these guys, hopefully 4 of these guys, before we kind of spread out of the center here as much as possible. Here we go, round 63. Let's see what's going to happen here. I have no idea. Usually I try to spam as many flash bombs as possible for round 63 here, but I'm hoping that I can beat it with just a couple of them. I don't want to go too crazy because I do want to eventually start saving up and getting my 5th tier ninjas. And it looks like we do take down round 63, at least the first set. But if we take down the first set, usually I would assume the second and third set are not that big of a deal, as long as we're not doing any crazy stalling, stunning techniques or something like that, which we're not doing too much of. Anyways, that went pretty smoothly. I believe that our best bet still is not to save up for a 5th tier, but still to get more 3rd tier ninjas. So I think now that I beat 63, I'm actually feeling comfortable with getting ninja discipline on all of my ninjas here. So we're going to make sure we get ninja discipline on all these guys. I'm not going to go for the sharp shurikens yet, though. I think the ninja discipline is going to be more important, and if money comes down to it, man, I do not want to waste several $1,000s buying all these sharp shurikens, just get a couple extra popping power, when I could be missing out on something like a 5th tier Grandmaster Ninja, or a 5th tier Master Bomber, or something like that. I do not want to miss out on that power. So, let's keep on powering these guys up with some more shinobis. And I'll beat you guys back at around 75, because I almost never, ever lose between 65 and 75. It just, like, doesn't happen. For me, this is the trickiest time in the entire part of the game, because I just want to max out my shinobis. I'm already at 13 on this guy, 14, 11, and 12. Clearly, there's some shinobis that aren't quite reaching everywhere that they need to be, but these are the most powered-up shinobis. I mean, these guys are 9s, 8s, and 9s, and 7s, and blah, 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 blah. So we've done a good job in centralizing our shinobi tactics as much as we possibly can, but there's maps in the way, you know? There's trail in the way here that the Bloons are going to go over, so we cannot get a perfect 20 out of 20 if we want to centralize these ninjas perfectly. And without villages, and without alchemists. Keep that all in mind, because those are all things that are going to buff our range here and get us more shinobi action up in here. But at this point in the game, it's tough for me, because I want to max out my shinobis, but I think the best thing for me to do is actually start saving up for a 5th tier ninja. The question is, which 5th tier ninja? Because I honestly am not sure, after spending this many thousands of dollars on ninjas, that I'll even be able to afford 2 different 5th tier ninjas. And that's where I think I may have made another mistake, my friends. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. I felt way more confident with my Monkey Ace video than I did in this video. But I think if I had to decide, I don't have any good lead popping power with a Grandmaster Ninja, and I don't think that just a few of these bombers are going to be enough to take down not just decent amounts of DDTs, but like round 95 DDTs and reinforced round 99 DDTs, man. Those things are tough. So ideally, I would like to still get both 5th tier ninjas, but if I had to pick which one I was going to go for, I think I got to go straight to the Master Bomber. $43,000. He's a little more expensive than our Grandmaster Ninja by about $6 grand, but I still think he's going to be worth it for us because he's going to get rid of that Moab layer really quickly, and he's going to be extra specially powerful against the DDTs, which is one of our main weaknesses. In addition, he will also be even better against the bad balloon, which, if we do get there, I mean, it's always nice to have that bad popping power, right? So, yeah, like I said, it's all just kind of a mind game at this point. We have to decide what we want to go for, and hopefully we don't make any major mistakes. Keep in mind also that our popping power right now is satisfactory. but is it going to be enough to pop big, juicy, crazy reinforced ceramics? Luckily, reinforced ceramics against these ninjas are not that much more powerful than regular ceramics, because the layer aspect isn't a big deal. We got some stunning action. We've got, obviously, a lot of stunning action and a lot of distraction action as well. These ceramics are going to get sent back almost no matter what. If they have 50 layers or 100 layers or 2,000 layers, it doesn't matter. It's more about so many balloons kind of piling up on top of each other that our distraction action just doesn't even hit ceramics at all and just sneaks through anyways. Luckily, so far, it's going very, very smooth. We're still taking these guys down kind of before they get even like halfway through the map, or about halfway through, but you can tell. Reinforced balloons, not a big deal. Regular balloons, seemingly a big deal. And believe it or not, actually, the Moabs being the biggest of the deals, which I kind of wouldn't expect against a ninja play, but this late in the game, guys, they do get very, very powerful. Luckily for us, or unbelievably for us, we are able to save up enough money here for our Master Bomber. Give me my 300 bucks, man. Come on, come on, come on. 300 bucks. I just wanted to show off Master Bomber. Keep on, he is 13 times Shinobi-ified, which is a very, very, very good number. It's not 20, but dude, every little bit is going to count here. Increase Pierce, I think it was Pierce, just generally popping power, and or just having a Master Bomber, stunning all these Moabs, hitting all these balloons is going to be so, so helpful to us. So, the next big question is in the next 13 rounds here, can we save up for a Grand Master Ninja, 37,800 bucks? I believe we can, but it might be late. It could be as late as round 98 or even on round 99. I don't know exactly how much money you make per round. I have not done the calculations or anything like that, but I could probably look it up if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to be that crazy. I'm not going to be that guy. We're just going to go with the flow and see where we get to here, guys. See where we make it to. Oh, man. So I just got done just real life with you guys for a second. My garbage can smelled absolutely terrible. And, oh my god, if you're grossed out easily, get out of here right now. Get out of here right frickin' now. So I'll be straight with you guys. I don't know what it is, but, ooh, DDT. Oh, we take him down. Not too problematic there for round 90, but 93, 95 are different stories completely. But anyways, I have not cleaned up my garbage can in probably a solid year or so, and dang, dude, it makes me realize, like, you should probably clean out your garbage can faster than that. It started to smell a little bit, you know? Like, I mean, garbage always smells a little bit. We took out the garbage and it was like, oh, man, this still kind of smells. So I'm like, okay, let me go in there and, like, gotta see what's going on. First of all, there was, like, a mold inside my garbage can, which I'm like, I don't even know how that happens. Like, doesn't the garbage bag catch everything, bro? Why is there crap at the bottom of my garbage? My actual can itself. And I guess food somehow just sneaks through, or there's a hole in the bag or something, and it's right in the bottom of your tray of your garbage. On top of that, a couple days ago, I was painting, so I left the door open. So I got a couple flies in my house. And I haven't taken my garbage out in about a week. And, oh my god, do you know where this is leading? Oh my god, again, if you're grossed out at all, leave right now. Never come back. Leave this channel. Subscribe first, though. But then leave this channel forever. And like the video, too. But then leave this channel forever. Never come back, all right? Because there was maggots. Those maggoty grubs. You know what's weird about maggots, though? Is a lot of people don't realize or even think about it, but the maggot is basically the same life stage as a caterpillar, right? But we're really, really, really grossed out by maggots, but we're not really grossed out by caterpillars that much. I mean, people pick up caterpillars and just drop it down. I guess the difference is caterpillars eat leaves, and maggots eat rotting food, rotting flesh, and poop, which I think is a lot grosser, but it's still like the same life stage as each other, and that's why it just seems so weird, you know? In fact, back, if you guys want to hear a quick, like, cool, oh my god, we popped around 93 like a beast. Woo! Things are going pretty smooth, man. I think we're going to be able to get our Grandmaster Ninja here. We're about halfway there already. Probably get it on round 97 or 98, I'm guessing. Probably the middle of round 98 would be ideal, so we can actually get the poppage action up in here and take these guys down. But if you guys want to hear a really quick factoid, back in, like, I don't even know, the Civil War, and probably before this, they realized that people who were getting wounds on the battlefield, anybody who was getting getting their wound, yeah, no joke, their wound, like they have a giant gash or a gun wound or whatever, anybody who was getting one of those and they got maggots in it was actually healing better than people without maggots. In fact, what's interesting now is they even have things called, like, medical maggots now, where you can say, oh, I have this really crazy rotting wound flesh on my arm here, and the best thing that we can do as a human civilization, besides giving you antibiotics and things, is to let maggots eat away the dead flesh, so new, regular, good flesh can come on back and heal you up. Oh, boy. All right, that was a rough factoid for us really quickly. I'm sorry if that's gross to you guys, but I find that kind of stuff interesting. Big insect guy. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I took entomology in college, and the reason why I took it in the first place was because I really liked bugs growing up. I was a bug catcher. I had my butterfly net, I had my bug box, and I used to go out and catch bugs all the time, butterflies in particular. That was like going outside, and I was, we had these like weird looking like half logs in our backyard, and I used to flip those up, catch the big crickets over there, the worms, the millipedes, the everything. I used to get dirty and gross and nasty. And when I had the opportunity in college to learn about these things, I was like, heck yeah, dude, let's take this class. It was a 300 level class, which is like one of the highest level classes you can take. As an undergrad student. And I learned a lot. I was actually by far like one of the hardest classes I ever took, believe it or not, because you had to like know the ins and out of insect organs. Like, you think human organs or like pig organs or something like that is tough to like figure out what's inside? Imagine an insect. It's way tinier, way more complicated. Everything just looks like giant goo piles. So I did not exactly do the best in that class as I probably should, but I did pass the class, and I learned a lot in the process as well. So if you guys ever have the chance to, you know, if you're ever going to college or whatnot, I do recommend taking an insect class. It was very eye-opening, very cool, very fun. Oh, baby, here we go. Look at that game changer there. So my prediction was a little off. We got 2 rounds early here, and we're ready for our Grandmaster Ninja. This is going to be a ton of extra popping power here. 8 shurikens per shot, and shoots way faster. Is it really 8 shurikens, though? I thought it was 7 for some reason. But, and then the Monkey Knowledge adds 1 or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Okay, I'll take 8. I'll take 8. I'll believe it. I'll believe it. Here we go, round 97. The main thing about the Master Bomber here is now that he's shooting so fast, he basically non-stop stuns the Moabs, or very closely, almost non-stop stuns the Moabs here. And then we got stunning on the ceramics here. We're taking these guys down. Okay, so the last thing we got to talk about here, now that we got the grossness of, so yeah, I got rid of all the flies and everything. I just sprayed it down with the hose and was just like, I'm done with it. I threw some Febreze in there, and I'm like, okay, garbage can, be good to me now. Be good to me now. Please don't smell for another year or something like that. But anyways, back in action here. What do we want to get? There's only one thing that I can even remotely think about getting right now, and that's a Bloon Sabotage. All right. In addition, now that I have a Bloon Sabotage, we have this guy available to us whenever we want it, whether we want to use it on round 98, round 99, or even wait until round 100 after the bad pops the stuff out. But in addition, now, any extra money that we have here, we have to go for more Shinobi Tactics. Anything that's going to be in range of these 2 guys in particular are going to be awesome. So it looks like we did get both of those up even stronger and higher. I don't want to use it on round 98 unless I absolutely have to. It's a very slow process here, but it looks like we are taking them down. Okay, I'm taking it slow here because there's going to be a lot of balloons popping out. Don't forget, these are a lot of reinforced BFBs, but in the middle of a bunch of Oh My Gods and regular balloons mixed in here as well. It looks okay. I think we're going to handle it. I mean, the sucky thing is if they sneak through, and this is where my popping power is. If they get over here, dude, it's not much left over. This guy cannot reach. This guy can barely reach. So we might get a shot or 2 off, and that's it. All right, so we're on round 99 here. I think, without a doubt, we just have to use our ability here. So we're going to go Shablamo. We're going to slow everything down, and then we're going to buy whatever other Shinobis we can get over here. Shinobi me up. Shinobi! All right, I hope that these guys are in range. If not, I mean, it's not the end of the world or anything like that, but we got an 18-time Shinobi here, and that's where we're out of money, my friends. So here's where it gets interesting. I actually do not have this ability back at all. It's actually a very long ability. I think it's a minute-long ability, and we're not going to get it back for when these guys pop out. So we have to hope that these DDTs do not just randomly sneak through, and our Master Bomber can just stun them up or whatever. Here we go. Get the stunning going. Get the stunning going. 3 DDTs. Okay, we take down the DDTs. That's the big one for us. And to finish it off, the grand finale. Oh, yeah. Well, are we guys think we're going to get a ninja as our bonus monkey? That would be beautiful. Oh, it's a cannon. We couldn't get lucky twice in a row. It sounds like it hurt my soul, but it really wasn't that bad, guys. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this wonderful, wonderful video, make sure you press that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe. And if you want to support me, again, the best way to do it is with the creator code, the Nexus creator support code that you can get to from checking the settings section and clicking on the creator support section and typing in lowercase letters SJB. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.